Hi everybody, it's Jeannie, and I'm going to share with you a few little tips on how to use the alphabet JS Alphabet 4 purchased from My Creative Stitches by Christy Dillon in your ProStitcher Premium. It's actually pretty simple. It's just a few things you need to check on. The first one is a setting I want you to make sure that you have engaged. So if you've never done it before, it's a good place to go. Make sure you select the cog, which is over on the right-hand edge of your screen. And when that's green, it's selected. Go to Advanced, General. I've got a pink cursor so you can follow that. And make sure that Load Point to Point is engaged. So there you have Load Point to Point. Now, I'm going to start adding my alphabet. I'm going to go to File, Design, and I'm going to spell out my name. Open. And here's my alphabet. It's stored on a USB drive. And I'm going to just select my letters. There's two ways to do that. I can click on it, and when it turns dark, that means it's selected, and I can hit the Open button, and it pops in on my screen. Now, I am going to go ahead and scroll out just a bit so that you can see what happens next. I'm going to go select the second letter, which is an E. Open. The second way of selecting is to find your letter, double click on it, and it pops into your screen. So now I have a J and an E. Now you'll notice that one of the letters, the J, is grayed out. The E is dark. The E is selected. The J is not. If I were to take this to my ProStitcher and my long arm, the E would be the only thing that would stitch. So we're going to finish this name, and then I'll show you how to make sure the whole thing stitches. Go to Design, Open, A. Again, same thing, two grayed now, one highlighted. Design, Open, N. And my whole name is now on the screen. Except I don't want just an N. I want it to stitch my whole first name. So I'm going to go to Select All, which is in the lower left-hand corner of your ProStitcher screen, and I highlight that. Now you can see that all my letters have turned black. That means they're all selected. But if I were to go right now and save this, it would go J, stop, E, stop, A, stop, N, stop. I would have basically still 4 designs, just happen to be all highlighted. So once again, they're all selected, they're all black. Now I'm going to come up on the right-hand edge and select Baseline. Now I have lost all my black boxes, which is a good thing. I want it to do that. I've got the beginning stitch here. It will stitch J onto the E, onto the A, onto the N, and stop. This is fine if I just want one name. But let's say I want to put date, or at least the year on this. Here's one way to do it. I'm going to go to Modify, Reposition, Endpoint. Scroll out. Now, if you look at that, I want a space right in here. And I can do this two ways. I can either make it to where it's going to just simply stop, tie off, and then jump over here, or I could add a line. Now, when I add the line, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to ProStitcher, Record, Mark, and I'm going to select my crosshairs and move them. I'm going to move them over. I'm going to zoom in because it's much easier. Probably 4, which would be 1/4 of an inch. I'm in simulation, so I'm going to select my simulation, move my cursor, my crosshairs, drop it right there, as close as I can. There we go. Now, I'm going to hit Mark and snap to grid. And it should snap it directly to the grid. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to select File, design, and now I'm going to put the date, the year, and it's still 2025. Look where it is. Okay. Design, open, 0. Design, open, 2. Design, open, 5. Now, I have 2025. Again, what you're going to see is part of it's grayed out and part of it's black. Let's look at the workspace on the right-hand side. My merged group is my name, Jean. The freehand is a spacing line that I put in. And then I've got the rest of my alphabet. So let's say this is, again, one way to do this. I want to select the spacing line and the numbers. I'm going to go to the middle select, multi-select, click on that, and hold my shift key down. I think, yeah. Now you can see it's created a group down at the bottom. I've got everything here again, all my black boxes, and I'm going to baseline that. Now you see that my design, I have the second design, which is the date. I can leave it like this, but it will still stop at the end of my name, begin stitching at the green circle, stitch the date, and stop. Now, if I just want this to stitch continuously, I'm going to select all, and you know how to do that now. Large box, and I'm going to baseline the whole thing. And there I have my design of Jean 2025. And let's see if I can get this. Oh, let me see. Maybe not. I was going to run it. ProStitcher, hit quilt, run, see what it does. Stitches. Okay, proceed. Now, I'm not running anything. I'm in simulation. There it goes. You can see it going back through. Moving slowly. You won't hear my machine. It goes to the stop point. And here we have it. It's going to trace all of my letters and stitch them out in one line. I hope this has helped you today, and I hope that you enjoy creating names, letters, words on your quilts themselves. Until next time, bye.